Hello, everyone, and welcome back to EasyTalk English. We're really happy you're here with us today. In this episode, we're talking about two words that many English learners mix up, during and while. They often seem to mean the same thing because both are used when we're talking about things happening at the same time, but they actually follow very different grammar rules.
I used to get confused by them all the time. Sometimes I'd say during when I should have used while, and sometimes I'd do the opposite. The funny thing was that I understood the story I wanted to tell, but I wasn't sure which word fit the sentence.
And that's completely normal. We all tell stories every day. We talk about what happened at work, what we did on vacation, or something funny that happened while we were with our friends. So learning how to use during and while correctly can make your story sound much more natural.
The good news is that you don't need to memorize lots of complicated grammar. Once you know one simple difference between these two words, choosing the right one becomes much easier. In fact, by the end of today's episode, you'll probably stop guessing altogether.
We're going to discover that during is used before a period of time, while introduces an action. That one idea explains most situations you'll come across in everyday English, and we'll practice it through examples and real conversations instead of long grammar explanations.
We'll also look at one mistake that many learners make without realizing it. If you've ever said something like, "During I was eating," don't worry. You're definitely not the only one. And today, you'll learn exactly why it doesn't sound natural.
So let's get started. As always, our goal isn't just to remember another grammar rule. It's to help you feel more confident telling stories in English and speaking a little more naturally every day. Before we compare during and while, let's start with the idea they have in common. Both words are used when two things are connected in time. Maybe something happened during a meeting, or maybe something happened while you were talking to a friend. In both cases, we're describing events that are happening at the same time.
I think that's why learners get confused. They hear both words in similar situations and assume they can always replace each other. Sometimes the meaning feels almost identical, so it's hard to know which one is correct. I used to think it was just another grammar rule that I had to memorize.
It certainly looks that way at first, but the real difference is actually much simpler. The choice isn't based on the meaning. Instead, it's based on what comes after the word. Once you start paying attention to the next few words in the sentence, everything becomes much clearer.
So instead of asking, do during and while mean the same thing, we should ask, what's coming next? That already sounds much easier. It gives me something practical to look for instead of trying to guess.
Exactly. Think about it this way. Sometimes you're talking about a period of time, like a meeting, a movie, or a holiday. Other times you're talking about an action, like eating dinner, driving home, or talking on the phone. English uses different words for those two situations.
I like that way of thinking because it's very visual. On one side, I can picture a block of time, like a meeting or a vacation. On the other side, I can picture someone actually doing something. Those are two different ideas, even if they happen at the same time.
That's exactly the key to today's lesson. Don't worry about memorizing long grammar explanations. Just remember that simple question. Am I talking about a period of time, or am I talking about an action? In the next two parts, we'll look at each one separately, and you'll see just how easy the difference really is. Let's start with during because it has one very clear rule. During is always followed by a noun or a noun phrase. In other words, it introduces a period of time, not an action. If you remember that one idea, you'll avoid one of the most common mistakes English learners make.
I like that because it's easy to check. If the next words are something like the meeting, the movie, the holiday, or lunch, then during is probably the right choice. I'm not describing what someone is doing. I'm simply talking about a period of time.
Exactly. Listen to these examples. During the meeting, during lunch, during the flight, and during the summer. Notice that every example after during is a noun or a noun phrase. They all describe a time period when something happened.
So I could say, my phone rang during the meeting, or I met a lot of interesting people during my vacation. In both sentences, during tells us when something happened. It points to a period of time instead of describing an action.
That's exactly right. Another example could be, it started raining during the soccer game. Here, the soccer game is the time period. We aren't explaining what people were doing. We're simply using the game as the time frame for the event.
I think this rule is much simpler than I expected. Every time I hear during, I can immediately look at the next words. If I see a noun, I know the sentence is probably on the right track.
That's a great habit to develop. Don't ask yourself whether during and while have similar meanings. Instead, look at what comes next. If it's a noun or a noun phrase describing a period of time, during is exactly the word you need. Now let's move on to while. Just like during has one simple rule, while has one too. while must be followed by a complete clause, which means it needs a subject and a verb. Instead of introducing a period of time, while introduces an action that is happening.
So this time, I'm not looking for a noun after the word. I'm looking for someone doing something. If I hear while I was eating or while she was driving, I immediately notice there's a subject and a verb. That's already different from the examples we saw with during.
Exactly. Listen to these examples. While I was eating, while we were talking, while she was studying, and while they were waiting. Every example begins with a person or thing followed by a verb. That's the pattern you'll hear again and again in everyday English.
So I could say, my phone rang while I was eating dinner, or I met my neighbor while we were waiting for the bus. In both sentences, while introduces an action that was already happening when something else occurred.
That's exactly right. Notice that while isn't describing a block of time like the meeting or the vacation, it's describing an activity in progress. That's why it always needs a complete idea with both a subject and a verb.
I think this is becoming much easier now. Every time I see while, I expect a little sentence to follow, not just a noun. It's almost like while is introducing another scene in the story instead of simply naming a time period.
That's a great way to think about it. So here's another simple memory trick. During looks ahead for a noun, but while looks ahead for a subject and a verb. If you build the habit of checking what comes next instead of thinking about the meaning, you'll choose the correct word much more naturally. Now that we've learned the basic rules, let's compare during and while side by side. This is where many learners suddenly realize that the meanings are often very similar. The biggest difference isn't what they mean. The biggest difference is what comes after each word.
I think that's much easier than trying to memorize long grammar rules. Instead of asking myself which word sounds better, I simply look at the next part of the sentence. If I can recognize the pattern, choosing the right word becomes much simpler.
Let's look at an example. You can say, my phone rang during the meeting. Here, the meeting is a noun phrase, so during is the correct choice. But you can also say, my phone rang while we were in the meeting. The situation is almost the same, but now while is followed by a complete clause with a subject and a verb.
The same thing happens with lunch. You can say, we talked during lunch, because lunch is simply a period of time. But you can also say, we talked while we were having lunch, because now you're describing an action instead of just naming the time.
So the meaning doesn't really change very much. You're still talking about two things happening at the same time. The only thing that changes is the structure of the sentence. That's why looking at the words that follow is much more useful than trying to compare the meanings.
I like that because it takes away the pressure. I don't have to wonder whether during and while mean exactly the same thing. I only need to ask myself one question. Is the next part a noun or is it a complete sentence?
Exactly. That's probably the most practical tip from today's lesson. Don't choose during or while because of the meaning alone. Choose the one that matches the grammar that comes next. Once you build that habit, you'll make the right choice almost automatically. Now, let's look at one of the most common mistakes English learners make. Many people know that during and while both talk about things happening at the same time, so they assume they can be used in the same way. That's why you sometimes hear sentences like, during I was eating, my phone rang. It sounds logical, but it's not correct English.
I actually made that mistake more than once. In my mind, I was thinking about the action of eating, so I naturally put it after during. I didn't realize that during wasn't the problem. The real problem was the words that came after it.
Exactly. After during, English expects a noun or a noun phrase, not a complete sentence. So instead of saying, during I was eating, you could say, during dinner, because dinner is a noun. Or if you want to keep the action, you should say, while I was eating.
The same thing happens with other examples. Some learners say during we watch TV, but that doesn't work because we watch TV is a complete clause. The natural sentence is while we watch TV. Or you could simply say during the movie if you're talking about the time period instead.
That's a really important difference. During is connected to a period of time, like the lesson, the meeting, or the flight. While is connected to an action, like I was studying, they were talking, or we watched TV. Once you notice that pattern, these mistakes become much easier to avoid.
I think the easiest way to check yourself is to look at the next word. If I see I, she, they, or another subject, I know a verb is probably coming next. That usually tells me while is the better choice.
Exactly. So instead of trying to remember dozens of examples, remember one simple habit. Look at the words immediately after during or while. If it's a noun, choose during. If it's a subject followed by a verb, choose while. That one habit will help you get it right almost every time. Now that you know the difference between during and while, let's talk about how native speakers use them in real conversations. The interesting thing is that they don't stop to think about grammar. They simply know whether they're talking about a period of time or an action, and the right word comes naturally.
I think that's something learners sometimes overlook. We spend so much time translating from our own language that we forget to look at the structure of the sentence. Once I started paying attention to the words after, during, and while, I stopped guessing and started feeling much more confident.
Here's a simple memory trick that can help. Think of during as pointing to a time period, like the meeting, the flight, or the concert. Think of while as pointing to an action, like I was reading, she was cooking, or they were talking. It's a very small difference, but it makes choosing the correct word much easier.
I like that because it's practical. Instead of asking, what does this word mean, I ask, what's coming next? If it's a noun, I naturally choose during. If it's a subject and a verb, I know while is probably the better choice.
You'll also notice that native speakers often switch between these patterns without even realizing it. They might say, I got a phone call during the meeting, and a few minutes later say, my phone rang while I was talking to my manager. Both sentences sound completely natural because the grammar matches what comes next.
And that's really the goal for all of us. We don't want to memorize hundreds of examples. We want to develop a simple habit that works in almost every situation. Once that habit becomes automatic, telling stories in English feels much smoother.
Exactly. So whenever you're about to use during or while, don't focus on translating from your native language. Just take a quick look at the next words in your sentence. That simple habit will help you sound more natural and more confident every time you tell a story. Let's bring everything together with a real-life story. I always think grammar is easier to remember when it becomes part of a conversation instead of a list of rules. Alex, can you think of a time when you naturally used both during and while without even realizing it?
Actually, yes. I remember a business trip I took last year. During the flight, I was trying to finish a presentation for an important meeting. While I was working on my laptop, the flight attendant came over and asked if I wanted something to drink.
That's a perfect example. When you said during the flight, you were talking about a period of time. But when you said while I was working on my laptop, you were describing an action that was happening. The situation stayed the same, but the grammar changed because the words after, during, and while were different.
Exactly. Later that day, something similar happened again. During the meeting, my phone suddenly started vibrating. While everyone was discussing the project, I quietly turned it off because I didn't want to interrupt anyone.
I like that story because it shows how naturally these two words work together. During the meeting tells us the time period, while everyone was discussing the project tells us what people were actually doing at that moment. That's exactly how native speakers use these expressions.
And the interesting thing is that I wasn't thinking about grammar while I was telling that story. I was simply describing what happened. Once you become familiar with the patterns, choosing during or while starts to feel automatic.
That's the goal for every English learner. We don't want to stop in the middle of a conversation to remember grammar rules. We want to tell our stories naturally, and these small patterns help us do exactly that. The more you hear them in real conversations, the easier they'll become. Before we finish today's lesson, let's do a little practice together. Don't think of this as an exam. Just listen to each example and ask yourself one simple question. What comes after the word? Is it a noun or is it a complete sentence with a subject and a verb?
I really like that question because it makes everything much simpler. Instead of thinking about complicated grammar, you only need to look at the next few words. Once you recognize the pattern, the answer usually becomes obvious.
Let's start with this sentence. My phone rang during the meeting. Why do we use during here? Because the meeting is a noun phrase that describes a period of time. We're not describing an action, we're simply telling the listener when something happened.
Now listen to this one. My phone rang while I was talking to my manager. This time the words after while are I was talking. That's a complete clause with a subject and a verb, so while is exactly the right choice.
Here's another example. Imagine someone says, during I was cooking, the lights went out. Does that sound natural? Not really. After during, English expects a noun, so a better sentence would be, during dinner, the lights went out, or while I was cooking, the lights went out, if you want to describe the action.
Let's try one last comparison. We laughed during the movie, and we laughed while we were watching the movie. Both sentences describe almost the same situation. The difference isn't the meaning, it's simply the structure that comes after during and while.
If those examples made sense to you, that's a great sign. It means you're no longer choosing the word based only on its meaning. You're paying attention to the structure of the sentence, and that's exactly what native speakers do.
Exactly. So the next time you're telling a story, don't ask yourself, should I use during or while? Instead, ask yourself, what's coming next? That one simple habit will help you make the right choice much more naturally.
We've reached the end of today's conversation, so let's review the most important idea. Both during and while can describe things happening at the same time, but they don't follow the same grammar pattern. During is followed by a noun or a noun phrase, while while is followed by a complete clause with a subject and a verb. If you remember that one difference, you'll avoid most of the common mistakes learners make.
I think today's lesson is a good reminder that grammar doesn't always have to be complicated. We didn't memorize a long list of rules. Instead, we learned one simple habit. Look at the words that come next. Once you do that, choosing between during and while becomes much easier.
We also talked about a very common mistake, saying something like, during I was eating. Now you know why that doesn't sound natural. If you want to describe an action, use while I was eating. If you want to describe the time period, use during dinner. It's the same situation, but the sentence structure is different.
And don't forget our little memory trick. During points to a time period. While points to an action. Whenever you're unsure, don't focus on the meaning first. Just check what comes immediately after the word.
Before we say goodbye, here's a small challenge for you. Write 3 sentences using during, such as during class, during the weekend, or during the meeting. Then rewrite those ideas using while by changing the time period into a complete action. It's a simple exercise, but it's a great way to build confidence.
And if you'd like to practice with other learners, share one of your sentences in the comments. Reading other people's examples is a great way to notice new patterns and reinforce what you've learned today. Sometimes one good example is easier to remember than 10 grammar rules.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. We hope this episode has made the difference between during and while much clearer. Keep listening, keep practicing, and remember that every small step brings you closer to speaking English more naturally.
Exactly. Don't worry if you still make mistakes now and then. Every conversation is another chance to improve, and every story you tell helps you become more confident. Thanks for listening, take care, and we'll see you in the next episode of EasyTalk English. Bye, everyone.